Morning everyone. We start the day off with a great announcement. Logged online this morning to see if I have any questions on the channel, and sure enough we've got a little 2,600 subscribers.
Yay!
Well done everyone, well done. That's great news, really happy with that. 2.7's next, keep it going. He's never happy, that Alex, always wants more.
Dirty little bastard.
Yes, I do. So it's Monday morning, 7:44, currently 10.5 degrees. It's grey at the minute, but we're due like a warm week. We did have a Ferrari booked in first thing, but he's in and out of the country. It's my old landlord for the workshop. It's my old landlord, Rob. He's in and out of the country all the time. He's had a couple of cancelled visits because he's been here, there and everywhere else and not like in the country, which has been a bit of a nightmare. I messaged him last week to figure out whether we were having the car back in because I've not heard anything from him in a few days. And I guess he was trying to phone me from somewhere where he had no signal. I did drop him a text message saying I can't hear the call. Like, send me a message. Are we doing the Ferrari or not this weekend, this Monday? Unfortunately, he didn't get back to me till late Saturday. But then the job was cancelled. I'd already moved stuff in, so we've put that back for another time when he's got the space. I think he's off to Italy this week anyway. So then we had a car that was dropped off Saturday, which was a dash camera fitting, a Chinese variant dash camera fitting. But I had a chat with the customer, and basically the camera that they wanted me to fit is one of these Chinese things with a white light at the back, which basically means that when the vehicle is driven at night, because the camera sensor is so poor, it needs LEDs to illuminate around it to be able to see in dark conditions. So if that camera is on the back of the car, what you basically get is a white light showing backwards. In this country, that's a reverse light. If you're driving forward and there's a white light backwards, police are going to have a problem with it, 100% guarantee that. So that's not good. So I advised them of that, and they basically went, right, do you know what, we're not going to have it fitted. We'll save up and get one of your cameras that are a bit more prim and proper. So that's that. So cancelling the work, I was then able to move Shane's job forward. We've got his AMAROK for 3 days. It's a big black tinted out monster, and he's got a full kicker system going. So we've got 2 amplifiers, a big sub amp, big 4-channel amp. We've got components in the front, coaxials in the back, all KX I think they are. 2 subs to go behind the rear seats. Now he's had a nightmare finding the boxes because these things are like, they're like slimline boxes because the seat is against the bulkhead. It's like a, you'll see when we get to work, there's not a lot of space. He's bought twice from different companies that said they've had them, taken his money, within a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, they then turn around and gone, oh, we can't get hold of it. So he's gone to another company, they said they had it, he paid, bought it, same again. They're obviously getting them from the same supplier. They're telling everyone they've got stock and they really haven't. So in the meantime, he's bought them and they've not actually had them, and then been told that they don't have them. So at the minute we're kind of boxless, but I can still obviously install the amplifier and everything else, and then when he comes to finding some sub boxes, it's just a case of screwing the sub in and connecting it all up. So we can do the main part of it today. I think he also wants me to change the stereo. At the minute he's got the, I think he's got the Kenwood variant in there from VW. You know, the one that looks like a VW radio, but it's not. And I think we're going to go for a Pioneer 9200 DAB, the 7-inch one. So that's on the cards as well. But I'm going to get off to work, start with a coffee, get the vehicle in, and then yeah, come back to you guys and we'll have a chat about what's going in. But well done everyone. 2,600 people on board, great news, absolutely great news, really happy with that. Couldn't ask for more. Let's keep it going.
Do it!
Morning boys, here we are, big black beast, looks like an FBI vehicle. So it hasn't got the Kenwood edge unit in it, it's got the VW edge unit in it. But we've basically got all of this stuff down here. Kicker amps, 2 of, speakers front, speakers back, 2 subs to go in it, and a head unit. So it's going to have a lot of stuff. Now, discussed on the channel last week was the trophies upstairs. Let's go and have a little look. So I'll talk you through some of the stuff. Obviously, you know I'm a big F1 fan and a Lotus fan, of course. But basically, here is my kind of F1 memorabilia. I've got some wheel nuts, wheel nut guns, some suspension parts, the bake tin extension, steering rack, some panels, an exhaust system, and Kimi Räikkönen's side panel off his F1 car. But in here we have got a menage of trophies. Now they range, shall we say, from this car up here, the RX-7 that I built many moons ago. It's been in a lot of magazines. It was kind of like a homage to the D1 series. Didn't have the REM EMEA kit on it, but it was painted in the REM EMEA D1 kind of graphics. But it was, yeah, lots of different bits and bobs on it. But they range from karting trophies to, you know, first, third, whatever. Best car and show at the Quick Fit show, cars for cash for kids for the cancer charity, various karting trophies, and then into car shows. So various things that we've won with the Lotus. So we have the RX-7 trophy, we've got the best of show at Brooklands, lots of first place medals, best rotary in show from the Mazda Rotary Club. And then that was for the RX-7, which was the Banzai best Japanese car in show at Peterborough Showground. And then, yeah, other bits and bobs that we've won over the years for stuff. Some more karting trophies. Endurance first place. We did a 3-hour charity marathon for karting, and I kid you not, that was hard work. 3 hours in a kart. Best driver of karting. Yeah, so it's fair to say I like my driving. Kimi Räikkönen steering wheel from the Scuderia Ferrari, and some final drive cog from Sebastian Vettel's Red Bull. Another wheel nut. As you can see, David Coulthard, Mark Webber's brake disc turned into a clock. The piston that ate it in the Lotus engine. And some other bits and bobs. So that's the trophy cabinet, but lots of car stuff related from, you know, winning shows or driving, team driving, charity driving, that kind of stuff. Most of it was through that car, some stuff through the Lotus. I've never really entered the Chaser into any kind of that stuff. I've just enjoyed driving it, so I don't have any kind of trophies as such for the Chaser. But many places it's been. Like Bicester, the sort out, when we did the Jap shop there, it was kind of like the nicest, cleanest build up there and stuff like that. Was, you know, it's one of those things. But yeah, so that's the trophy cabinet. Right, I need to start taking apart this thing. I'll come back to you in a bit. Right then, guys, 9:15. Doesn't take me long. So all 4 door cards there. Interior pretty much stripped. Seats are out, side trims are out, A-pillars are out, both sides. All the door cards are off. This is what we're working with. Look at the beaut on that. That's a standard speaker for the back. Not a lot of sound treatment. Big flat door. Obviously this is our issue. Let me sort that out. And then in the front we've got another mid-range riveted on, so we've got to drill out this. Again, another big door. I doubt there's much sound treatment in this either. No. Tweeters are mounted on the A-pillar, and they're actually drilled, riveted in, so we'll have to drill them out. That's going to be fun. But obviously we've got components set to go in here, 2 amplifiers, subs behind that seat there. Yeah, there's a lot to do. So, but 15 minutes, we've got this thing stripped. Let's crack on with some drilling. See you in a bit. Just going to share with you a little tip. So currently we've got to drill out the speakers. obviously because they're all riveted in. Now what you never ever want to do is drill out this with your window down, because the problem is the drill bit can bite the door and pull the drill bit in. If the window's behind it, say goodbye to your glass. And the next problem is you go, oh wow, but you've removed all the door cards, which means the door switches are not there either. No, they're not. But if I double press the key, I can auto close the car with auto lock and the window will go up on its own. Maybe I need to have it shut. There we go. So I can roll the window up off the key, then unlock the car again. Now automatically all my windows are up out the way, ready for me to drill this. Don't drill with the window down, you will regret it.
They call me a god. 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 Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a god. They call me a god. Working or shots, give it all that I got. You can watch me work in my element.
Afternoon then guys, how we diddling? Right, so let's have a little catch up. So I'll tell you what, let me just turn this radio down just in case the old YouTube sniffer gets a dash of it, because that's what we don't want. So we're cracking on. I've ordered some stuff. I've been planning what we're doing, where we're going. So speakers are out, drilled the rivets out, flattened the surface back down from bending the metal where we're removing rivets, pain in the bloody ass. Standard speakers are out and gone. I've been drilling some holes, making some cable runs. So in the, oh you can't really see, let me grab, what did I do with the torch? There. So I've painted and installed two of the power cables, 8 gauge and a 4 gauge, just up there. They're through grommets and painted the inside where we've drilled the holes, and they're running to respective locations, one there, one over there. Remote cables in. We've got our RCA leads marked, ready to go in for the signal, and then in the front I've made a little bracket which is holding the fuse holders. That's obviously going to get power to the fuse box there, and then our positive and negative, sorry, positives are down there through the bulkhead in grommets. So this is kind of ready. We just remove this, bolt them onto there, but this is on a little bracket, a stay on the car if you will. So that's that. Dynamat has been ordered for the car. Head unit has been ordered for the car. Face kit, infotainment lead, all of that. So it's kind of like do what I can now, which is running in cables, passing everything where it needs to go, and then obviously I'll have amp to connect up, head unit to fit, and do all the connections either end. But the legwork is kind of done because I'm doing it now. So we're coming on, we're getting there. I'm going to stop for a cup of tea, sorry, excuse me, coffee, and I'll see you in a bit. believe that. I don't know why you do that.
Oh, you've been doing your YouTube thing as well?
Yeah. Say hello to the channel, Shane.
Hello, channel.
He's not usually looking like this.
No. I've been working with men, as you can see.
Men, they're here. Right then, guys. Let me just switch this off. So, 6 o'clock on a Monday. Shane's truck is going well. So we've got sub cable in, run all the way to the back of the seats. Head unit wiring is kind of up to the dash. Doors are stripped, ready for the sound treatment tomorrow. Power cables are run. Got to do an earth cable this side. Amps ready to go in. Other amps ready to go in. This side, same again. Power cables are in. Signal cables are in. Earth, live. Fuses are done. Head unit's ready to accept all of the inputs. This end, I've made a bracket mounted on the power cable and the fuses onto a little plastic bracket, and then obviously this is going to bolt onto there and one onto there, so that's ready to go as of tomorrow. Tweeters are mounted. The original ones, as you saw, were riveted to the A-pillars, which is a really dumb idea. So instead we've gone with a bit of sticky glue, black hot glue gun, mounted the tweeters onto the pillar. They're never coming off. They don't weigh a lot. But poking out of the original holes, because he didn't want them visible. So from the outside it'll look stock until you get in it and listen to it. We've got 2 amps going in. This one, rated at 1280. That's the sub amp. And then we got the 4-channel, which will be 441. Kickers birth certificates are always fun. I do like these things. They test every single amp and they guarantee that it will be more than the amp should be. So that's a 400 watt amp, that's a 1200 watt amp, and obviously they do more than they say on the tin. So more to come from this tomorrow. But now I'm tired, I need to go home. It's a bit busy in here, got stuff everywhere. But I need to pack up, get home, and I will see you all bright and early in the morning. Ta-da! You 2,600 of you. Well done, boys. Keep going.